More alike, thank you for tapping into another episode of Unbiased Opinions. We are your hosts, the spiritual wanderer Suave.
And I'm in the new seat today. It's Lenon.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just us today. Pretty chill over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other two. So it's not going to be as controversial, I think.
Nah, we still got some controversial stuff. There's some stuff sometimes where you'll cut a video.
Yeah.
And I'm on there and I'm like, man, can I share this? You know? But
can I say this?
Yeah. But no, it's I remember this kind of gives like OG vibes. Me and you had this a couple times before we made the transition to, headed in this direction. But yeah, no, it's cool, man.
Getting everybody on here.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I feel like they, for some reason, people digest our stuff better. I don't know why. But like the stuff we be saying.
Shit. I don't know. We was just talking before the show about the sex episode.
Oh, yeah.
And people were saying they was eating me up. But, nah, I for the most part, yeah, I agree. For sure.
Yeah.
No hot takes this week?
Yeah, we don't have no hot takes this week because you guys people are still on the birthday thing. So we just gonna
we tired of that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna let that just die down.
Yeah.
Go to the next video.
Yeah, start commenting on some other shit, please.
All the people who got like hot takes or like just wild stuff, just comment on a different video. Find another one, because then we can use that. Yeah. But the birthday thing, we over it.
So I guess I'll start it off with this. So this weekend I had went to LA. I went to the Rams versus Niners football game.
Yeah.
And as we were driving, I was with my cousin, and he's like more adept, I guess, in like where the world is heading, like technology wise, even with like NFTs and crypto and all that shit. But it had sort of dawned on me because we kept like going back and forth on like just how far automation is sort of already at and like where it could continue to trend. And even considering just like with all that considered, like what does that mean for the average human being, like as far as like work goes and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But we were driving on the highway and I was just like, well, this seems like something that's always going to be there. And I was pointing to like a truck that was delivering goods.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, I don't know if you heard, but Tesla even is creating a automated self-driving
dang
18-wheeler, which honestly might not, it sucks that the work that potentially like affects like the working class, but I'd be scared of shit driving next to them though.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I have to like, if I'm next to a truck like longer than 2 seconds, I'm already contemplating if I'm gonna die.
Oh yeah, I start sweating.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
Like,
yeah, that's what.
I don't know about this one. I need to get away. Have you ever seen like a person who is like driving crazy in a semi like that, like a diesel?
Oh, it's hard to know if they're driving crazy because like the wind could affect them and shit like. But still, I'm not trying to be that person that's having to deal with all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, one time it looked like this diesel was driving crazy. Like I was like, they got to be asleep because we was on the freeway. And the whole diesel was like going over like 3 lanes.
Yeah.
And then it swerved. And then
that's
back.
crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to pass this.
Yeah.
I don't want to pass this diesel because I don't know what could happen. I don't know what could happen here.
Soon as you floor it, you see him coming over and shit. You're like, damn.
And it was nighttime. So I was like, this isn't good.
But it just makes me really wonder like do you see like the world getting to a point where like fucking everything is robots?
I think it could. I think it's just gonna be so hard because I think people are gonna fight against it. So I think that's gonna be like one of the things.
Well, it's interesting because even at the Rams game, tickets are all digital now and shit.
Yeah.
And so you have to scan your ticket, and that's automation, right? Like, or it's self checkout, whatever at Target. But you see, there's still a person at self checkout in case the human doesn't know how to deal with the automation. Yeah. And so there still is gonna be
people.
You have to have some sort of human assistance.
But it kills off like a lot of the humans that would be there.
Yeah, you just have one now.
Yeah.
Oh, you got an issue? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and instead of like everyone at a kiosk.
Yep. I noticed that when I was at, I think it's like Circle K or something right now, where you go in there now and you don't even have to go to the cashier. They literally have like this little area. You put your stuff on there that you want to buy. It scans it, and then it'll tell you like your full price, and then you can put add gas and all that stuff. So you don't need to even. Yeah, that trip is crazy.
I'm kind of pissed at that though.
Yeah,
because sometimes I'll be, I don't know if y'all do it, but I'll be in that Target self checkout.
Yeah,
I skip some, skip a couple things.
You know what though?
You put two things up, dude.
You know what's funny about that though? I was like at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't intentionally do it. Well, I guess I can't really say that. But I was like doing like the cans, and one I just kind of like went real fast with it. And Walmart was like, they got that junk and has it on camera. So they replay it back to you and show you like, unexpected alert. They'll like say that. And they'll say that and they'll beep and they'll have an associate come over to check to make sure that was scanned. Like basically,
wow,
like, it's unexpected scan, and then they'll show like what you did.
I can't lie.
It shows the people, so like the associate got to watch.
That's why my bougie ass stays at Target.
Oh,
I can't go to Walmart then. They doing that because I can't. There'll be shit in the cart.
Yeah,
and sometimes they give you the little clicker too, so I'll be in there, so they can't even see me. Toot, toot, toot. I skip a couple things. I for sure skip a couple things, but. Nah, maybe I shouldn't be saying that on this, but hey, we all human, I guess that that's kind of the battle right now with automation versus human. Automation is gonna be no errors,
right?
Or
they're trying to combat stuff like that though. Like I said, they're trying to combat like theft with the cameras. So,
well, yeah, but like you said, at Circle K, they make you put it all down. Now it's like,
yeah. So I wonder how that would work, like if you're trying to like hide something behind your back or something. I wonder if they're gonna have like stuff with that.
But see, that's why I don't really hide it.
Yeah,
I just be acting like I scanned it already.
Yeah, see, and I've done that before. Like I said,
because then it's easy enough. Like, oh shit, I could have swore I should have swore it beat. Hey, just ring it up for me, please. Yeah, my bad.
That's what I did at Walmart.
Yeah.
But she came over. She came over and saw
Wait, are you serious? Hold on. Wait, you sure this barcode?
That's what I had to do. I saw it on the camera and I saw it pop up and I was like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dang, that what that was? And you just see it go by real quick. I was like, yeah, I need to go ahead and shut that down before.
Yeah. You already start thinking when it's like, hey, call associate. You like,
yep.
What's going on? Nah, that's crazy though. So I know we had even brought up before the podcast. I guess this kind of segues into it a little bit, like being appreciated in like the workspace.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess this kind of go hand in hand, right? Like even in Hollywood right now, they having like that strike with all the actors and the writers and shit. Facts. And a lot of it is due to, them feeling like they deserve more. And like the studios feeling like, well, we already give y'all a lot, and there's new competition with AI now, shit.
Yeah, which that's why I feel like there's gonna be a crazy dynamic there, because it's like you have the talent, but then you also have like the AI, and it's like, can the AI really replace the talent? Like, you know what I mean? Because if the people saying like, you need to pay more, you need to pay me more, like how can you debate that? And if they're saying we don't want AI, it's like, how can you debate that? Unless you can replace talent and make it good enough to where people will watch it, then I don't know.
Have you ever tried ChatGPT?
I haven't tried it.
Yeah, you should try it.
Is it? Is it good?
You gonna see?
Yeah.
We fucked. Like just have it like redo your resume or something.
Really?
You will see. Yeah.
What? Is that good?
Yeah. You trying to get hired somewhere? Use ChatGPT. It's gonna get you hired for sure.
Dang, I feel like I did pretty good on my stuff.
Yeah, and then you put it on there, and then you like,
I look like a scholar.
Yeah, yeah. They gonna think you went to college for resume writing and shit.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Nah, and that's why once you see that, then it's like, damn, like what
can I do?
They even have made like a video, like AI had made a video of like a mashup between Oppenheimer and Barbie, because they both came out at the same time, and they like integrated both sort of trailers, or like they made a trailer like Barbie meets Oppenheimer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You should look that up too.
And that's all AI?
It's really good. Yeah, it's just all good. That's why it's tough, bro. I don't know how you can compete with that. Because you literally could just say, yo, write me a movie script that you envision like Stanley Kubrick would. Or I don't know if he was a movie writer, but like someone like that. Like Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I saw Tim Burton had a problem because they had AI generate art to look just like Tim Burton stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, see, like, this isn't right, because it's like they're basically taking my stuff and fabricating it into pretty much whatever they want to imagine.
Yeah.
Without, like my authority. It's like, this is my work, and you're just going to take something that I'm known for and create it and make it your own.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
I mean, there's like, I don't know if you've seen on YouTube too, there is, and we were supposed to be talking about workers' appreciation, but this is just how in-depth AI is.
Yeah, yeah.
That, like, you go on YouTube and you wanted to hear a Travis Scott song.
Yeah.
If Drake was to have it, you could check it out now. Like, everything is on. Like, they got Snooze by SZA, fucking Lil Uzi singing that shit.
That's wild.
And it sound like him too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I saw a wild one because like Candace Owens and them was doing one when they were like replicating their voices. They did all their voices, and they were like saying things that they wouldn't normally say, like all of them. And I was like, that's crazy, because it sounds just like them. And
in today's world with the internet, where not everyone's gonna cross-reference.
Yeah, that's scary. It's scary because like somebody can easily make like. You can pretend to be a whole person.
Yeah.
A person could be gone from this world, and you can just still act like that person is here and alive and well.
Have you heard of the deep fake porn shit?
Yeah.
Right? That's crazy though. They think you on there just fucking some shit, and it's not even you.
They had this girl in tears about that joke.
Yeah.
Like a YouTuber.
Yeah, because there's a lot of Twitch streamers and shit. They had a whole one, and they actually found a Twitch streamer
that was watching that joke.
Watching that junk. Got caught up.
Caught in 4K.
Man.
I saw that video. He was like crying and stuff. I was dying. I was like, that's wild. Straight up. Like, that's wild for like, imagine though, like you being a famous streamer and you...
But they both famous. Like, they've been in the same room with each other before. And then you find out he watching.
And he had a whole girl, too.
Yeah, a wife.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you...
It's crazy. I don't know him, but former work colleagues are...
Word?
In his camp.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
He's a really big streamer, though.
Yeah.
But,
I saw that.
But, yeah, that's got to suck. Because then your girl is like... So this what you was fantasizing when we was at the potluck? That's crazy.
Yeah. So when we was all at that party on Christmas, and she was here.
Yeah. That's why you wanted to. That's why you wanted to be her beer pong partner. That's crazy, bro.
That's stupid, though. It's just stuff like that though. It's like you can literally replicate like somebody's whole body and how they would look.
Yeah.
And put that junk and make money off of it. There's people that make money off of AI, like OnlyFans. Literally.
Yeah, of course, because you can make.
You don't have to do nothing.
That's what porn is off rip, is fantasizing.
Yeah.
Now you can make anybody's fantasy. That's why fucking every celebrity got a damn sex tape, because everybody intrigued by that shit. Now you can make everybody a fucking sex tape. It's just crazy. It's just that's what I'm saying though. AI, like, what is it in 20 years? Yeah. Like, we're already getting to points where you could go to a fucking McDonald's and it's not a single human working there.
Yeah.
They have robot cooks, robot cashiers.
And you go straight up to the little
Little kiosk thing. Yeah, that's the cashier. Boop. It puts it in towards the back. Then they got the little like that. You know, it's crazy, bro.
That's why that whole Wall-E situation is like.
It is.
Yeah. A lot of people say it's scary.
It's super scary.
I wouldn't know what to say, but I can't deal with it. I don't know. I don't know what to do about AI, to be honest. I think we should honestly stray away from it. But I was thinking that with everything, like think about like streaming and all that stuff that they have right now. A lot of people think that streaming's gonna die in the future, just because like the way like they're doing stuff in Hollywood as far as like not paying actors what they're needed to and all this stuff. They need more money, so they're gonna have to go back to the commercials, all that stuff. And in order to do that, they're gonna have to either take away streaming or make streaming just like TV.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean that's why. And so you're saying even if you pay subscription, because typically it's like, hey, I pay for Hulu.
Yeah.
Or I think Hulu you still pay and you get ads, right?
Well, you can pay for like a non-ad version, then you pay for an ad. Well, you pay for an ad version, then you pay for like an ad-free version a little bit more. But I think they're going to make it to where like ads are pretty much going to be like a part of it. Or some people have even said that they might have it to where they put pricing packages on shows. So it'll be like, oh yeah, the new season of Stranger Things coming out.
Pay $20.
That's crazy. I was like, oh my God.
I can't lie. I wouldn't really mind that though.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because I don't really be watching much shit. But if you, now it gets kind of crazy if you have a lot of shows.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it would be crazy if you have a lot of shows. But I also think it's crazy if you're paying a monthly and doing that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a little wild.
But I think what they will probably do is you could pay a la carte for certain shows. Or you could pay $50 a month.
Oh, yeah.
For Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
But that's crazy, though.
$50?
Because we, shit. I be getting pissed at Spotify. They charge me $12, What's going on?
Spotify go up a little bit. And you're like, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think a lot of people are just going to be like buying or having it for like a month and then canceling it for like 3 months. And then just going, okay, my favorite show's out. Okay, let me go buy that real quick, watch it in a day. And then cancel my junk for the next month.
It's crazy to me because I feel like we're in such a transition in the world with everything. And I don't know if it's COVID or COVID expedited it. Like this is always what it was going to be. Yeah. But obviously we used to talk about like the housing market and just like inflation and everything. But now with this shit, like it's like everything is just going towards like shit we never did before. Yeah. And like really wondering when it's gonna finally say, okay, this is too much. Yeah. Because as you said, like, okay, as humans, we have to say, okay, AI has gotten too far. Yeah. But you don't know something's gone too far until you've gone too far.
Until it hits you.
So we're gonna have to experience that too far. Yeah. Before everyone's like, it's like the same shit with the fucking nuclear bombs back in like World War II and shit. They all like, hey, yeah, we could all use these for sure, And now, everyone's like, okay, that's a little too much.
Let's not maybe pull that out to threaten these people. Like, let's take our time.
Yeah. But until they experience what the after effects of that, or like what the magnitude of going to that extent was, people. Like humans thought that was okay. Yeah. And it's the same with AI where studios and shit saying, okay, this is cool. Like I saw the Grammys allowed a song that was generated by AI, but it was Drake's voice and The Weeknd's voice, and they made a song and it became Grammy nominated, I believe.
That's wild.
Right?
That actually true. That's like,
and so now you have to figure out, what if you Drake or something, would you still be willing to sell your likeness and what the price of that is?
I think a lot of people's not gonna do that. Just for some people will, but I think a lot of them won't.
Why wouldn't you want to?
Just because like imagine you getting one flat rate of like for somebody to use all your stuff for like ever. Yeah. Or you can have it to where you can still put out content and you're getting paid from like the people and you're massing it. So I guess it would have to be an unmatched number, because it's like, okay, well, my child wouldn't be able to get paid from you using my likeness. You know what I mean?
And so I'm not saying it like an all up front cost. You give me everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if we create a good song and I come to you and I'm like, yo, hear this song. And you're like, nah, this song is tough.
And
okay,
my voice.
We get you on a residual fucking deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where like an actor, when they're in a TV show, they get fucking,
yeah,
you know, I forget what it's called, just like residuals as like it's
royalties.
Royalties as it continues to air.
Mm-hmm.
They do that for you because one, they like your voice, they like your image.
Yeah,
and as a creative, you want to be creative, but you're not gonna be creative forever. Yeah, you know, it gets to a point where you're not trying to hear Method Man's new song or Nas' new album. Yeah. Even though, hey, Nas' album just came out. It's pretty tough, you know. But you know what I'm saying? Where it's just not the same.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you necessarily, as an artist, be open to that longevity?
Because it wouldn't be my art, technically.
Yeah, but you're still getting paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be getting paid because they're using, like, something that resembles me, but it wouldn't be necessarily me.
Yeah.
So people are subscribing to something that's, like, not even, like, my words, or what if it's not even my thought process?
Yeah.
You know, like, if it's not, like, something that I'm not even about, and they're like, yeah, you know, rapping this whole thing or doing this whole thing, and I'm like, dang, that's not even who. I'll be in my grave, like,
yeah.
Come on.
But it's interesting because I think we had brought this up, like, in an episode a long time ago, where I had asked, why is there such a difference between musicians or artists compared to actors? Every time you watch a movie, you like, okay, I know this guy not racist if he say something crazy in it, or like, I know he's not a pedophile, you know, like he's acting.
Yeah.
But you say something crazy in a song,
mm-hmm.
it's yo, he lives this type of life, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And whereas what you just described was essentially that, right? Like, you an actor. Hey, we want you to play this role, maximize what we want this role to be with your image and your voice, and portray this character. It's the same shit. If AI comes to you with a fucking script and said, I mean, people already have ghostwriters and shit anyways. Like certain Drake songs,
he didn't even.
He ain't even write.
But he must have agreed with the lyrics.
Yeah, for sure. Or like Beyonce, Michael Jackson, you know, they didn't write all their shit. And so like, if it's just AI doing it and shit, you ain't even got to say nothing. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind if they were like, if we want to use your likeness, but we can only use it for like songs and stuff that you approve that fits you. Yeah. So we'll bring the songs to you, and then if you approve of these songs, then yeah. And then I think that would be something where I can be like, all right, you know what? Yeah. With the right price tag, we might be able to do this.
Yeah, because you're not selling your whole soul away. Yeah. Where it's like, okay, we're going to give you $100 million.
Yeah, and we just using you for whatever.
Yeah, don't even show face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to create an OnlyFans with you. That's, you're just going to have to deal with what life, life gets you.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, it's like, I might not. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know if I could do that. The OnlyFans is a little too. I was gonna say a hot take about OnlyFans, and that might get me.
Let's go to it.
That might get me. I was gonna say, once you get to the OnlyFans level, I feel like you really want some money to the extent of like, all right, you know, like, I just feel like it's kind of like you get to that point of like, this is easy money, so I'm just gonna do it. Pretty much.
Do you believe sex work is easy work?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's hard.
I wish we brought this up with like the other two here too, because I would be interested to know. Because, I mean, okay, there's certain facets, right? Yeah. Where you have to stay in shape. Yeah. Well, not always. Some people fetishize other shit too. Yeah. You know, but you know, you have to keep your image. Right. But it is just like things that, you know, you just utilizing what you deal with every day.
Exactly.
Which I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. Like, you know,
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I think it's a good way to make some well, I think it's a way to make some quick money. But I don't think it's difficult, because if all you need to do at the end of the day, and people are gonna crucify me, but if all you need to do at the end of the day is like, okay, I just need to go in here, do this real quick. Now maybe it's more taxing on women, maybe.
Why?
But just because, actually, I can't even make that argument. But at the end of the day,
yeah, because I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's not really. But at the end of the day, all you gotta do is like go in the room and like, all right, let's do this. Film. You may gotta do some acting as far as like.
It don't even gotta be with nobody.
Yeah.
It's like it could just be yourself, and you could find a way to mentally block out that camera in front of you.
Your little toys for like the women, and then your little, baby. I just don't. Nothing against it though. You make that money.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Because at the end of the day, we was talking about this last week too. I always respect the hustle.
Oh yeah. 1,000%.
And you actually like doing something. You actually putting something out, putting in effort to like get something back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I think if it goes against your morals, then you shouldn't. But that's only if it goes against your morals. Like if you a person who's like very sex positive and you all about like being out there and being free, then do what you do. But if that's not what you're about, yeah, don't sell your soul for quick money.
But do you think with where the world is today, like what are like standardized morals?
Well, I think the morals that you have set for yourself.
So you think people have morals where they just don't want to show themselves?
Yeah, I think some people probably didn't want to be like, for example, I wouldn't want my all over the internet.
Yeah.
People were just watching sex tapes.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But that's just me.
Yeah. You like, yeah, I have those standardized morals for sure. No, I think for sure, like, I don't know. I feel like circumstantially sometimes it could change. Like you have a girl who's like,
oh yeah,
down for that and shit, and you like, hey, she make you comfortable with it and shit.
Yeah,
it's no telling. But yeah, I see what you're saying too.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to weigh it. Like I'm not such a definitive person, right? Like I can see why someone finds value in doing that.
Oh yeah,
making a living off of that. I can see why someone doesn't want to do that, And so I'm not so definitive where I judge someone who is like a sex worker and someone who totally chastises it,
Yeah.
But
which I think I would sit on it as like I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Well, maybe my face wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like certain things. Hey, we could come. Same with the AI shit. Okay, you're not gonna take it all, are you? Okay, I got my face out.
I'll be like, how much?
Yeah.
Can you blur this? All this up here?
Yeah.
We go then.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I mean, like you said, it is easy money, so I'm like, I don't mind.
What do you think is like your deepest fear with that? Like that, like why would you want your face blurred? Because you're worried that people down, like it's gonna follow you, and people down the line will have this on you, or what?
It's just because, like, for example, like I'm not like a heavily sexual person in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
So to make it look like I am, just by like, because that's pretty much what like one of those videos is gonna make it look like I am. That's not what I really would want my image to be in the world.
That makes sense.
Like how people view me.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not a sexual person, so like why would I even want myself to be out there like, oh yeah, he's out here having sex. Like we saw the video.
Yeah. like Brian Pumper type shit where it's just like, like every time he's seen at the mall, people associate, oh, that's Brian Pumper,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He be out here fucking women and shit.
Like Kim Kardashian, like at the end of the day, that's what she's known for.
Yeah.
So he's like, no matter how much stuff you can try to do all the stuff you want, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna resort back to that video.
Yeah. And like you're gonna have kids one day and they're gonna have to deal with that and shit. For sure. I see that for sure.
Mama, why they say the only thing you known for is And then you gotta explain that.
Yeah.
You gotta have that conversation.
It's interesting because I feel like on an opposite side of the spectrum, I feel like somebody could feel like if they got to that magnitude of Kim Kardashian, they would do that 10 times out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people would.
Yeah.
Shoot. I mean, that price tag is probably good.
You think about it now. You're like, hey, man.
If the price tag was good.
You went through this whole spiel. You're like, hey, I don't want to be associated. But, hey, I could be her, though. I'm getting paid like that for sure.
You get that level of fame?
Yeah. Yeah, I might.
Morals start to look shaky.
Yeah.
I think me and Trey said that on one episode. The morals get shaky when the prices go up.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't want to I don't want to generalize. I don't want to definitively say everyone does this, but I have heard like conversations like within guy talk where like dudes will be like, yo, like a homeless person will walk by or something. It's like, hey, 100,000, you gonna hit? And it's like, oh, maybe not 100,000, but you know, what is it?
Yeah,
maybe not 100,000. We could say 500,000.
Yeah.
You know,
and then you keep going up the price.
Yeah,
1.5 mil.
Yeah, yeah.
1.5 mil.
Yeah, now those morals start to go. You know.
Yeah. That's some true stuff right there. I think that so when they say everybody has a price, at first I didn't believe that thing, but technically,
shit. I mean, it's it's the amount that a dollar sign could get to. Yeah, it's like it could be a lot of money, bro. Yeah, like you really have to assess some things. Yeah. I'm not gonna shut it all down right now. Yeah, we had the conversation and see, what the contract look like. Yeah. And then some people good. Some people good at negotiating. They might get you in the areas where you cut it down 50%.
You start looking shaky, like I don't know. 2 mil.
Yeah.
Dang, that sound good, but 3 mil.
Yeah.
All right, you know what?
Can I was supposed to pick up the kids. Can I call
Trey said, on God. See, I told you, he said the same thing. He said, when that money comes, it starts to look shaky.
Nah, I do, though.
That's true.
For sure.
I think once money's involved, yeah. But that does bring, that circles back around to the worker appreciation I was talking about. Uh-huh. With that, like just like money and how it changes things, like, do you think as far as like work, if you're getting paid to do what you do, but you're not being appreciated at work, they're just paying you, would you still do like a great job at that job? So say they treat you like you're nothing, you just here, but they're still paying you and they pay you pretty good, but they don't appreciate you at all. They're just like, oh, you know what you're here for. Do you still do a good job at that?
If you decide to still stay there and not find a circumstance in which you feel like you're more respected, I feel like that's a you problem.
Yeah.
I feel like if you want to be respected more and people's circumstances change, I know everything's not cut and dry, but just where I'm at in my life right now, if I feel like I'm in a situation in which I feel I'm overextended and I'm not being appreciated to the extent that I want to, whether that's financially, whether that's just, respect wise, you have to make a change.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to make that change, you can't hold it against, and maybe this is going to sound really bad by me, but against an employer that took those steps to get to that spot where they get to have the say in whether you feel respected or not. Like, you should be taking the steps to get to that spot, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's fucking, getting to a point where you that manager, whatever. Like, you got to find a way to where you feel like you're getting that fulfillment and you feel respected. You can't just keep blaming other people for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, so you think it's like people can't really say it's on other places if they themselves aren't willing to put in the work to be that person, to be able to dictate the type of things that like a job, like an employer can dictate because they put in that work.
Yeah.
like that kind of reminds me of like this comedian. He was talking about one of those comedians that's coming up right now. I think his name's like Matt Rife or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you. Yeah.
He was just here like last week.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were talking about him, and they were like talking about how he came up, and they was like, comedians respect him because he went through the trenches, and it was like you got to be like treated like dirt on your come up, to being a great comedian. Like you're not gonna be. People are gonna say you suck. Not a lot of people are gonna show up to your shows, all this stuff. But if you keep working at it, you start getting more respect from like the comedians that like have been in the game and have like a lot of skin in the game, opposed to people who just try to like bypass all that and just come in and just like, oh, the friend brought me in or put me on and that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
But they really didn't go through those trenches. So I was like, dang, that's a crazy thing to think that you have to go through that if you want to make it.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm so big on like experience, right? Like I feel like I had reposted something on Instagram earlier today. Like it said like, I feel so bad for calling a 30-year-old when I was 18 old.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when you get to your 30s and shit, that's just like more experience, like life experience, work experience, relationship experience. So then once you get to this age, you're like, damn, I really ain't know shit when I was 18, you know? And I feel like that's kind of where that goes to, where it's like all these comedians who went through all these experiences to get to this point where they had the booze, they had the bad shows, they had the people not showing up. And then you just come in here from Instagram and you already got a tour.
Yeah.
It's just not going to hit the same, you know?
That's
and I
true.
feel like that's the same with work, where it's like, man, you just got out of high school, you know? Or like, we had brought up how McDonald's is going full automation, right? And I think it's easy to be like, damn, like, are they going to appreciate the worker here at McDonald's? No, they're not. So go do something where you feel appreciated.
Yeah.
You know, like clearly the world is trending towards this automation. Whatever field you in, you need to assess if that field has potential for that to take over, or like someone else it's no different than in the 90s where someone else come in and take your job or whatever. They feel like someone else could do it better. Like that's just how the world works, right? And so in every dynamic, if you feel like you're not getting the respect that you deserve, then you need to assess that and find a situation in which you feel more fulfilled right there.
Yeah. It's all about people like taking their respect, like basically being like, if you don't feel like respected, you got to be able to stand on your own too, to be like, I demand my respect.
Right.
Not in a necessarily way of saying it to somebody, but standing up to people to be like, you're not going to treat me that way. I can just walk and do my own thing.
Right.
You know?
And I think, you know, with employment rights and stuff like that, obviously it's gone more towards like finding middle grounds. It shouldn't just be like, hey, the employer should have full say on whether you feel respected or not. Have those conversations with people.
Yeah.
But like if you're having those conversations that you want to raise, or that you just in anything that you feel like it will help you feel more respected, and you're not being met there, it's time to find something else.
Yeah.
And that's just my way of thinking right now with everything. Like you have to think of everything on a dynamic of respect. And if you feel like you're having to overextend too much in that dynamic to gain respect and you're not getting that respect, or vice versa or whatever, that's where you have to assess, okay, this maybe needs to be cut off. Let me go here and see if I could get that out of this person. Yeah. And so whether this dynamic here was a relationship, employment, opportunity, a friendship, a business partner, whatever, you need to assess it at that level, as opposed to just like, hey, I deserve it. Sure, there's things you may deserve, but I just don't view life like I deserve this. You know, I can't do that. Whereas, you know, I feel like I'm cheating myself, where it's like, I deserve it. Okay, if I deserve it, I'm gonna go do it, you know, or hey, I feel like I deserve more respect because I know how to do this better than this person. I'm gonna go find somewhere where I could do that better than this person, you know, or look for an opportunity where I feel like I'm able to fulfill that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because I get that's a good point. You can't really say that you deserve something if you're sitting in the chair of the person who actually worked there that does deserve that thing. You know what I mean?
And maybe they don't either, but like
they're in there.
Exactly. They prove to somebody that they were supposed to be there, you know? And it's on you to go whether it's there, somewhere else, doing your own shit, creating your own business, you know.
I think that's so true though. People really let like, I guess some people kind of let people determine their value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like some people will be like, dang, the job will tell you like how much you making, and then you just be like, okay, but you don't really ask for more because you think that's how much you deserve.
You be know? Scared.
Yeah.
You be scared. Like they say, you know, how many people go into interviews and they be like, you know, they put it on you. How much do you feel you're worth? Oh, you ain't even think of what you wanted to tell them because you just want the job. You just grateful for the job, as opposed to actually understanding what you're worth. You know, you go through it right now. You have a whole photography business. You had to assess like, okay, I bought all this shit, the services I could provide compared to my competitors, all this certain shit. This is what the fuck I'm worth. If you don't want to pay it, cool. Yeah, I'll go somewhere else. But you know, like that's you assessing your value, and then sometimes you need to adjust it. Sometimes you know, but like that's part of assessing your own value.
Oh yeah,
and I feel like a lot of people don't do that.
Oh yeah, because I've even noticed that you bring up photography, like me being in photography. Some people will try to do that, assess like your work. Yeah, like they'll try to tell you like, I have people tell me like, oh yeah, we'll work with you. You can come over here. You can shoot these. If you can shoot these couple models for us real quick, we'll pay you like $100. It's like, what? Wait, what? Like,
you didn't even ask me my race.
Yeah, you didn't even. You just gonna tell me how much you gonna pay me, and you don't know like how much I charge or anything like that. And they'll just try to tell you something, or like, I recently had a whole discussion with like my photography partner about it because this one company just told us like, oh, we want videos and pictures, and for us to record and take pictures for like hours for like a whole event. And they wanted to pay us like $200, $300, and I was like, that doesn't sound like it's within our price range. Yeah. You want us to shoot a whole event and be snapping pictures for like hours, and you're only gonna pay us that sounds crazy. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, that don't really fly, because I didn't feel like that was worth how much we put into equipment, how much work we're gonna do of labor that night. Yeah. Then we have to edit their stuff, put it all that. Yeah. So I was like, that doesn't equate.
But that's why I feel like experience is so important, because you're sitting here today with years worth of experience now. Whereas maybe when you first bought the equipment, it's your first potential opportunity. It's like just like that interview. Hey, how much you think you're worth? Yeah. And you just like, shit, I do this shit for free right now. You know, I just want to show you I could fucking snap some pictures. But now you're at that point now where you understand what your worth is, because you've had people pay that price. You've had experience with the people that appreciated your work and shit. So you know what you could provide, you know? And I feel like more people should have, and it's hard to, and that's why I think like experience is so important, but more people should have that confidence off rip. Oh, like being okay with failure, but still coming in and understanding like, I'm still going to value myself, even though, you know, I'm still fresh to this.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with like you were saying, like people have like that fear, and then on top of that, I think it's comfortability. Yeah, some people will be so comfortable. Like a lot of people be so scared to ask for a raise because they're already comfortable at the price that they're getting paid. They'll be like, I can sit on this. I feel like I'm worth more. I've been putting in so much work. I've done this for like a long time, so I feel like they should give me a raise, but I'm comfortable at this price. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, if you don't like it, you feel like it's not worth your value, I feel like people should speak up more. And I'm like, this is like words to myself, because I need to be doing that myself more. It's like speaking to that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you doing it wrong if you asking for a raise. Like I talked to like the CEO of like one of the companies I used to work for, and he had told me like the best way to get a raise is quitting. Like you go to another company and you saying, hey, I have this experience now. Now you asking for $10,000 more, or whatever, instead of, hey, the little 25-cent raise, like a 25-cent raise.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, nah, I gained all this experience here. Now I'm gonna go work, you know, like, okay, I was an engineer here at a property management company or whatever. Okay, now I'm a not necessarily quit off rip, but now you go into the Win or somewhere like that has a bigger budget, that you know, has bigger roles, where now you able to utilize that experience, try to get in there, and then from there you go, you know, and that typically people don't realize that they want to stay loyal to but in reality, like, how loyal is this place to you? You know, like, yeah, they give you benefits and shit like that, but it's like you said, like, it gets to a point where you feel like you overextended and shit, and they utilizing you more than what you signed up for. And that's why you have to have more of a awareness of valuing yourself. It has nothing to do personally with how I feel about the company or the people I work for, but it's time for me to level up. Yeah. And by doing that, it's more than this 50-cent raise. You know, like, I'm gonna go here now. I'm gonna go here now. I'm gonna go here now, you know?
And benefits is so BS sometimes, though. Not even like, it's like, okay, whatever. I mean, I got benefits and freaking the dentist or whatever, like the dental insurance.
Oh, that shit don't do shit.
I was like, y'all don't want to give no money to that. Like, at this point, man, just take the insurance away.
Man,
like, I went so useless.
I went last week, bro, and they like, yeah, you need this and this. Okay, cool. Like, well, you want to bill my insurance? No. $3,000 right now. Like, damn.
That's exactly how I got
medical is
hit.
Pretty good though.
Yeah, medical is not as bad. Yeah. Definitely, like, dental is horrible.
I don't even have dental no more. Typically, you go to dentist's office now and they'll let you pay like their own on-site insurance.
Oh, really?
To let you cut it in half. That's what I ended up doing. Cause it's like you paying that $50 a month and you don't do shit.
This one person who worked for an insurance company was telling me, it was like insurance companies are gonna fight like stuff that they don't want to pay, because for most of the time, like, they don't want to dish out the money. Yeah, they just got it, like, we promising you this and this, but when it comes like paying big prices, they're like, whoa. Wait a minute, let me see.
Why you think? Why? Okay, bro. If I paid 5 straight years of the same premium, had no issues, cause I want to make sure y'all gonna cover my ass when I get in an accident. Yeah. Then I get in an accident. Why are y'all charging me more now? Like, this is what it's for. Exactly. But now that's what happened. Now I gotta pay more. Exactly. It don't make no sense.
It's so stupid. Like that. See, I've had a dentist incident like that and a freaking car accident incident that happened. Just both of those happened the same way. Like, I freaking I got in an accident and I have full coverage. Car is fully covered and everything. So I'm like, all right, we good. Yeah. I should be good on this. I call my insurance company and all this stuff. I get the person's information who hit me. We go.
So they hit you.
They hit me. That's why I'm thinking, like, oh, just easy. You know what I mean? I call my insurance company and stuff, and I tell them, like, yeah, my car got hit. Right? I got to get it fixed and all this stuff. They're like, oh, we can't cover you. Like, they went to go check it out, and they was like, we can't cover you because the person who hit you got hit, and that's why they hit you. So we can't cover you because that person that hit that other person fled the scene.
Right. So I'm not telling you to cover me. I'm telling you to contact their insurance to pay y'all, so then y'all can pay me.
That's why I was like, but the person who hit me, I got their insurance information. So I was like, but then they were like, yeah, but that person's insurance won't cover their problem because they're not responsible for it because they got hit. And I was like, that's crazy.
So then we hit up the first person then.
Yeah. But they didn't have that was the whole issue. The person who hit me was the person who gave me their insurance information. But since their insurance couldn't get the other person insurance.
So y'all let this other person just drive off?
Well, I didn't know that there was a third person.
Oh, what?
So when it happened, I just thought they hit me. So
and they didn't say nothing to you?
Well, when she was explaining, she was like, I think I got hit. And I was like, you think?
And so where's this person?
But you hit me. Yeah.
They drove off?
They drove off. From what I guess that's what she ended up saying in the statement or whatever that she made. My statement was, she hit me because that's what I saw, and that's what happened.
So bullshit. Was there a police report or something? Because she could easily just say that she got hit.
But when the police report happened, when the police came, because the police came, this happened on the freeway, so the police had to come and move all us and everything.
And they confirmed.
And I told her what happened. I told them exactly what happened, and I don't know what she told them, but I guess it was a different story. But I was like,
Did you see her car at all?
No, I didn't see. I only saw the front of it.
Cause that sounds like something easy to lie about too, bro. Like you just take a little hammer to the trunk.
I know, right? Real quick. She could have just went back there real quick. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Oh, I got hit too. Okay, now we both assed out.
Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, since she still hit me, their insurance should have been like, well, you did hit them. So we got
like what's my insurance at that point? Y'all covering me if someone hits me, right?
Exactly.
You would think. But nah. That's why it's just insurance is a scam, bro.
Yeah, they
unfortunately.
Anytime they can find loopholes, they'll use that junk quick. Yeah. Because that was the whole thing. Like with the dentist office, for example, their thing was it has to be a medical emergency for them to cover like anesthesia because I need to be put to sleep. Uh-huh. And I was like, and then I would go to my dentist and they was like, well, it's kind of an emergency because if we take out the tooth that we need to take out and we don't put you to sleep, if you move like so slightly, even just like a little movement and it hits that nerve, I lose all feeling in my face. So there was like, and then if you take too long, your tooth, I think like my top tooth, it was like, it's so impacted and there's something like, they're trying to get it fixed, but there's like, it can implode in your mouth and then you get an infection and then something lethal could happen from there. So it was like, so we need you to get it done as soon as possible. So it is a medical emergency. So there was like, we'll send a letter to your insurance company. They sent like 2 letters and they still was like, it's not an emergency. And I was like, if the dentist is telling you it's an emergency, I believe it's an emergency. Like, what are you, how you going to tell somebody who works in the field that it's not an emergency and they're telling you it's an emergency?
That shit is ass.
So I was like, that's crazy. But it's wild the stuff that people come up with just to like, well, insurance companies come up with just to like bypass what they got to do, what their job's supposed to be, which is covering you for what you need to be covered for.
Nah, it's crazy because I was even talking about pawn shops with somebody earlier because it's kind of under the same basis, right? Like they get these people to sign up for this shit, and pawn shops isn't signing up, but like you're in a spot where you need to take something for collateral, for a loan, and they taking advantage, not taking advantage, but you know they like, okay, I know, hey, you bringing us a big screen TV, I know you need some money, and so. You take a $5,000 TV, they give you $475 for it or some shit, and you got to pay it back. But like that, all that shit is just like scamming, like it's just crazy, bro. They getting over on all these people in need, because it's the same thing with insurance. Like, bro, I'm paying this because I'm thinking, shit, I'm not gonna be able to pay for all these damages if I get hit. Yeah. So I'll pay you $150 a month to help me out. Then you get to that point and they're like, oh well, yeah, unfortunately.
And then the crazy thing about that is like, if you like were to total how much you pay them throughout the time,
it's way more than what that damage would be. So like I said, I've had the same insurance for 5 years, no accidents, no tickets or nothing. Yeah, I'm probably upwards of, I don't know. I pay like $150. So over 5 years, I'm not a math whiz, but it's in the thousands for sure.
And that was the exact same thing I had with the dentist and the car company. I told them both the same thing. Yeah. I said, I've been paying y'all for this long, no problems. My driving stuff, no issues, no accidents, no nothing.
It's still no issue because it wasn't even you.
Yeah. So it's like, what's the issue here where y'all can't, cover me, even though I've been like a loyal paying on time, no late, all that stuff. And it's just like, so what's the point from there? Like, what do I pay you for?
Yeah, she like, oh, sorry, this is just what, the policies are. Nah, that's bullshit. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
And they'll try to be like, well, you don't necessarily pay me, your job does. It's out of my paycheck. Yeah. I'm paying you.
They told you that?
No, I mean, that's what people wanted to say.
Nah,
we're not necessarily paying that.
Nah, I need your badge number after that statement. Yeah. Shit. Talking to me like that.
They still wouldn't even.
Yeah.
They'll find ways. It's like that just I don't know. It's stupid to me. I couldn't do it. I cannot do it. What do you think? I wish Trey was here for this one, but I was thinking about this one about basically we'll get a relationship one in here. I want to get one relationship topic, but about like the person you're talking to in a relationship, if they don't like your friends, do you cut that friend off?
I'm not a very definitive person, so I think the situation would deserve more context. If I am with somebody in my current state, if I'm with somebody, it's typically because there's that dynamic of respect there, and I can respect their opinion.
Yeah.
And so things need to be assessed. Like, why do you not like this person? Maybe it's for the best interest of me. Maybe there's certain things within our friendship that I wasn't really able to analyze, and she comes in with the second pair of eyes, and it's like, hey, these are kind of red flags. You know, like you do a lot of this, you do a lot of stuff for this person, and I'm noticing they're not doing. So why are you always trying to hang out with them? I feel like there's certain circumstances where there really could be some validity to whoever your partner is having, you know, concerns with a certain friend. Yeah, go ahead.
But let's say just for like argument's sake that you're cool with this person, you don't have no issues, and you don't see anything wrong, and like they just seem like a stand-up person, but the person just doesn't like something about them. It's just something like they're like, I don't really mess with them.
Yeah,
like in that sense.
Within our dynamic of respect, she needs to respect my opinion too, and we can have that dialogue as to like, this is why this is a person I like in my life. Let me hear you out. Okay, that's kind of weird. Yeah. Like, why is that your concern? Or, okay, I see what you're saying, you know, but like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people aren't really.
Trey said nope.
What, as far as
I think as far as if he would cut that person off.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Like, there's situations where, like, I know from my past relationship, like, there was a situation where there was someone I was really cool with, and there was times I felt like I wasn't being respected or, like, fulfilled within our dynamic of, you know, both being artists at the time and shit, and when my girl at the time came in, we went to a couple events and stuff together where I had helped out and stuff, and the appreciation wasn't there. And she had kind of pointed that out, and it's like, okay, like this does make sense. Or like, what if he's someone who's like always like saying some weird shit to her on the side or something? It's no telling. Like, I don't know. And then there's other times where, hey, you tripping, like. Nah, he not like that, you know, or that's just who he is. That's why I like him as a friend, because he doesn't hold his tongue or something. You're
saying it's like situational, pretty much.
For me, for sure.
Yeah. I think it would be very dependent on the situation, but I think a lot of situations where people do not like the person's friend, it's just mainly because they pretty much don't like something about them. Like, this person, I think this person might be influencing you or something like that.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. And in those situations, I don't know. Like, I feel like in y'all relationship dynamic, there needs to be more self-security, where you are feeling like if you feel like your partner is being influenced and stuff, and you can't really have, I don't really want to say it like that either. Cause I don't know, it's kind of just both ways. Like, cause for instance, it could be like you know, damn, you always going to the bar after work instead of like coming home. Yeah, and I don't like this friend because of that. Cause he's, but first off, I feel like that's not really the friend's issue.
That's what I was about to say. That would be a weird,
like that's your issue. Like that's y'all issue, and if y'all can't settle that, then. Yeah, I don't know. That's why it's so many different dynamics. I would have to know, like... Yeah,
I have an interesting one that I'm going to tell you about, and this is about somebody I know. Okay. So hopefully, if they on here...
They're not listening?
Yeah, they don't say, like, that's me. But a friend of mine, and you know these people too.
Okay.
But a friend of mine, they were with another friend out of town or whatever.
Like a double date?
No, they just went out of town. By themselves.
Without the partner?
Yeah.
Okay.
While the partner stayed at home.
Okay.
And then while they were there, they went to go chill at this one spot, blah, blah, blah. The friend ends up taking a picture of the other friend.
Oh, yeah.
Hooked up with some girl.
Uh-huh.
And then the girl saw it. And when she saw it, she got mad. She flipped out, and it was this whole thing. But now she doesn't like the friend that took the picture.
Yeah.
So she's saying, like, I don't like him because, you know, he took the picture. He was there. He knew that she was with me, blah, 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 all this stuff. So it's like, in that situation, what do you do? Is it like...
I feel like it's not your friend's responsibility to have a moral code for your relationship.
Yeah.
Now, if they pushing things on you...
Yeah,
that's a different story. But like, so I have a similar situation where when I was in Kentucky, one of the guys on my team was, maybe I shouldn't even get that specific, but I already said it. But like, he was talking to this girl,
like, damn,
and it wasn't really official because like within our work, you know, it was 6 months on, 6 months off. He not really trying to get committed to that.
Yeah.
But he really fucked with this girl, you know, like they would go to dinners and shit together, but they was going to go on a hike, and it was our bye week, and me and another one of the players was like, yo, we going to go on a hike. Like, we should just all go together. Mm-hmm. And so we all go together, and it gets to a point, and he would tell us, like, yo, we not official. She knows we not official, whatever. Okay, cool. But that's not my responsibility, right? So, like, we go up, and it's this part where he wants his picture taken. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I'll take your picture and shit. And I look over to her, and I'm like, yo, you want to take some pictures with him? But they not official, and they kind of both look like, but again, that's not my responsibility. Like, in my opinion, I feel like I'm not here to like keep y'all separated. If this is someone you invited, I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna keep it awkward. Yeah. I'm about inclusion. So it's like, yo, go take a picture together. But then she ended up posting these pictures on Facebook, and he's like, oh, like, why is she posting these pictures on Facebook? And he blaming me. But I'm like, bro, like, that's on you for like playing the middle of the fence, in my opinion. Like, clearly she want to be with you like that. Mm-hmm. You playing into that because you just trying to fuck.
Yeah.
And now you blaming it on me because you trying to play both sides. But it's like, bro, like,
because in that situation, you asked if she wanted to get.
Bro, I'm sitting here taking flicks of him, and she just there like, and I'm like, y'all gonna take a picture together? Like, y'all came hiking together, like,
yeah,
you know. And yeah, I didn't think it was gonna go on Facebook or anything. But even then, I feel like that's not my responsibility. Like, that's y'all relationship dynamic. Yeah, we here together. Like, even if we was at a game night or something, like, yo, you're not gonna get your girl I maybe wouldn't say it like that, but hey, your girl want a drink? Like, we got drinks, or hey, you know, like I'm inclusive.
She's there, so you don't want her just to sit there and like the odd one.
Because you play in the middle of the fence of y'all relationship dynamic. Yeah. And so I feel like that's the same, not necessarily the same thing with the situation you brought up, but it's the same thing. Like, bro, I'm just taking a picture. Mm-hmm. You don't know who asked for this picture to be taken or whatever. Even if he telling you it's me, that's still like, he still had to be cool with that, you know? So to be mad at the friend is tough for me.
It does fall on the at the end of the day, it should fall on just the person and not the person taking the
it's like, bro, all the fellas, we at the strip club for a bachelor party, it's on you whether you get a lap dance or not. Yeah. Like, even if everybody in our group is getting lap dances, it's easily enough you could say, yo, in my relationship dynamic, this is not going to fly. I'm not going to do it. That's on you, bro. You can't blame the fellas for that, in my opinion.
Yeah. So you feel like the woman in general, or like the person on the other side, shouldn't blame
the friend?
Person. Yeah, the friend.
Maybe if it's a continuous thing where where the friend is continuously putting him in compromisable situations. But if it's like a one-off thing, like...
Yeah. I think... like for me, even if I don't like a friend or something like that, if I think they're putting somebody that I'm talking to in like situations that would compromise the relationship, I would just tell them to watch their friend. Mm-hmm. Like, just watch your friend, because notice that every situation that has occurred has been because you're around this person, or this person has got you in this situation. And if you can't operate right in this situation, maybe you need to reevaluate, like,
who you around.
Yeah. The company that you're keeping.
And that's a valid conversation. Yeah. And that's how that should start off. It can't just immediately be, okay, now I hate this person because this happened. Like,
yeah, I could never like write off somebody's friend, even if I don't like them. I'll just be like, I just don't like you.
mm-hmm.
Like we can sit in the same room and just, what's up? All right, peace out.
And I think in those dynamics too, like sometimes it's just a misunderstanding or like an inability to be transparent with each other.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying like, yo, I don't appreciate that you potentially influence my partner this way,
Yeah.
If it can't get to that point, then yeah, but I just feel like more people should be transparent about those things.
Yeah, like conversations like that. It's so crazy because I feel like almost in everything we talk about, like conversations that people don't have.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like that's just important in general. It's like some conversations, it's like people are scared of the confrontation, so they'll just run to like, oh, well, this is what it should be, and it's like, why does it need to be like that?
Mm-hmm.
It should just be like, if you should just talk to this person and have that conversation, and then if you guys talk, you can come up with your assessment from there.
Yeah.
Hey, I feel this way because of what you did, instead of just saying like, this is how you are and I don't like it.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Because even in the dynamic I explained, it could easily be like, and maybe they do have these conversations. I don't know, but like, yo, I don't want to be posted on Facebook. Oh, okay. Well then, like, what are we typing? Oh, well, we already talked. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like y'all just wishy-washy with the shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't involve me in that because we having a little group get together.
Yeah.
Like, you would be upset if me or the other guy that was there came up and smacked her ass, right? Because this is the girl you talking to.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be official. You know what I'm saying? So like, what the fuck is it? I'm not gonna be the one to fucking decide that. Instead, you brought her here. You want a picture, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're just like, I'm just trying to see if y'all want a picture at the end of the day.
Exactly. Like, I don't want her to feel awkward or something, where it's like, yo, we all here together. Hey, you want a picture? Hey, even if she want a picture by herself, whatever,
Well, I feel like for that situation, it's like, why didn't he just say no? Like, he could just be like, nah, I don't want to take a picture.
Right. Because then it's like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have combated that either.
Yeah. Because it's like, what from there, what would she do? Like, there, she got to assess the situation.
Well, but that's the inability to be transparent in that moment.
Yeah.
Instead, they was hoping that no one was going to bring it up. Actually, she was probably hoping someone was going to bring it up. He was hoping no one was going to bring it up. But that's that inability to be transparent right there, where he could have easily said, yo, hey, y'all want a picture? No, I just want some of me.
Yeah.
But instead, you do kind of care about you. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like this is someone that just showed up, that you just brought as a friend, and then the other homie could be, trying to get at her and shit. Yeah. Clearly, this is the girl you talking to. You know,
you care enough.
Yeah,
you cared enough because you took the picture. So like, if you didn't care, you could have just done.
Yeah. So don't blame me. Yeah.
And then you get mad because she posted it. What you want to do with the pictures?
Yeah.
You thought she was gonna keep it in a room locked in a safe that she could just look at whenever she wants? Nah, it's a picture. People post pictures, so yeah. But yeah, with that other situation, that picture was not posted. That picture did not get posted.
I don't think I ever seen the picture.
Oh no, you never seen it? Yeah,
mm-hmm.
We saw it. I saw it.
But it's the same with that dynamic too. That's the kind of conversation between the boyfriend and the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And whoever taking the picture, hey, maybe they asked or something, but at the end of the day, like, within y'all dynamic, that's y'all responsibility to understand the boundaries. That's not the picture takers. Now, if we are constantly in situations where I'm understanding your boundaries, y'all both with me in these situations, and I'm seeing, okay, this is her boundaries, and I'm still like, nah, come on, okay, then it's a little different. But like, man, if y'all was both in another city and he don't really know what y'all boundaries are, because it's just a picture, end of the day. There's certain things obviously that you're more inclined to believe are boundary pushers, like I said, like you at the strip club with the fellas. Okay, like this guy's married. I'm not gonna necessarily tell him get a lap dance, but as far as taking pictures and shit, hey, just you want a picture, like
So in your mind, it didn't even have nothing to do with like being exclusive or not. It was just like y'all came together. Y'all probably want to take a picture together.
in
that situation.
Yeah. I was talking about your example though.
Oh,
where where the picture taker,
mm-hmm.
there's probability that he was naive to what y'all boundaries are.
Yeah,
he don't know y'all relationship. It's on the people in the relationship, and if it's only the one person that's there, it's on that person to understand what the boundaries are in y'all relationship, not the person taking the pictures. In my opinion.
Yeah. Why do you think that is the case? The case, pretty much, that people do not like, I guess, really like go in depth with like issues that they have going on. They kind of like people. I feel like a lot of people bounce around instead of being like straightforward with issues, unless they're blunt and stuff like and direct, like Trey in them would be. But you know, for the most part, a lot of people bounce around. Like if they have an issue, they really won't come to a person directly that they don't really know about an issue they have. You know what I mean? Like for like the picture example and the friend, a lot of people won't go to the friend directly and be like, hey, you know, like just to let you know, I didn't like that picture that you took.
I would say it's probably the fear of the unknown.
The reaction.
I think a lot of people would rather be comfortable in their assumptions as opposed to dealing with what comes with confrontation. Whether it be information that you find out that you were hoping wasn't true, mm-hmm. whether it be it getting physical or violent, there's a lot of things that could come from confrontation that you don't have to deal with if you aren't confrontational.
But see, with the fear of the unknown for me, and Trey said facts, fear of the unknown. But yeah, with the fear of the unknown for me, it's like if someone's to give me information about something that somebody did, I can't necessarily like rule this person as such or assume the worst of this person from the information I have until I get to know that person directly myself. Like not necessarily
like what part of the example do you, or not even this example, but like what I don't think I understand.
Just in general, like for example, if you like don't like something that somebody did, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't necessarily like know the situation fully, you just know from like, oh, I didn't like this but you don't know how this person is. I would have to know them for myself first and know that situation before I make an assessment to somebody else to be like, oh, well, this person, blah, blah, blah. I can say, oh, I didn't really like that. But I can't say, oh, I don't like this person, or, oh, this person is this based on that, like.
Yeah, one action.
Yeah, that's like automatically like labeling somebody as like, oh, yeah, this person's this because of this, or this person's this way because of this, but you don't necessarily know. Like you can't think like a person like in the picture situation or just situations like that. You can't think a person's automatically like a person who likes to party and go flirt with girls or whatever the case is. You can't think that person's automatically like a person who will get a man or someone else to cheat just because they like to flirt and be in that scene and flirt with women and stuff like that. And that's not really, that might not be who they are, but you can't define them as that just because when they're out with their friend or whatever, he ends up maybe cheating or whatever the case is. You can't blame that friend for that without knowing the situation. You see what I mean?
Yeah, of course. But that's why I say it's more important to be comfortable with that confrontation. But a lot of people aren't because the facts might not align with what they assumed.
Yeah.
And what those facts are, instead of what you assume, might cause things to become tumultuous and things to have to change and break off and shit like that. So I think it's just a lot easier to just associate it. Okay, this is what happens when you hang out with that friend. You can't hang out with that friend no more. As opposed to maybe, it's not the friend. It's just that when the person is on their own, this is who they are. And, it's no telling, but I think that's more so the case. Like, I just feel like a lot more people are cool with, and I've fell victim to this for sure. Like, it's so much easier to assume.
Oh yeah.
It's so much easier to assume, oh, this person just don't like me, or okay, I just don't like that person, as opposed to having that conversation, y'all really finding either commonalities or differences that actually establish why y'all should or should not fuck with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes what comes with that is a fight, or is information that you wasn't really trying to hear, or, you know, a disconnect to another person because y'all both were friends with this person, and now since you had to disconnect with them, you fell out with this person. There's a lot of things that could come from it.
Have you ever like not? I guess that made me think of something about like, have you ever like not liked a person that you like didn't really know, or not liked something about a person that you didn't really know, but then you got to know that person and you was like, oh, I actually mess with this person. You know,
man, I feel like my best friends, bro. Like, not all my best friends, but I feel like I've really made some good friends, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So, this isn't a bad story. So I'll say this person's name, but like we both are mutual friends with this person, Vaughn.
Yeah.
Where we both were coming up as kids, still maturing and shit through the scene that we were in, the dance scene we were in. He was part of one camp. I was part of another camp. He literally came over my house 2 weeks ago, and we had and he came over because we, you know, had this little group chat, and we was talking on there, and he, you know, we was going back and forth about life and our similarities with like experiences and shit. And he's like, you know what, I want to come through and like and kick it, you know?
Yeah.
And we came through, and it was like hitting off. Like we was just vibing, you know, like we had a lot of similarities, a lot of like experience similarities, you know, and it was like, damn, like we was both saying it, like 10 years ago we would have never thought we would be in this situation having this conversation, you know. But it's because we both were assuming. He was part of a camp that was headed by people that assumed about me as opposed to knowing about me. I did the same in return, you know. And so you would just come up with conclusions about who this person is, as opposed to having this conversation, and like I said, actually finding those differences or commonalities, so you know, okay, this is someone I could rock with, this is someone I can't rock with. But a lot of people don't be having those conversations, and that's why it's easy to assume that. But once you do, that's why you, like, I'm sure you have people like that in your life too, where it's like, I didn't like this person, and then all of a sudden they one of your best friends now. Yeah,
you go there and you be like, dang, I really don't mess with this person. And then all of a sudden you're like, dang, they're actually kind of cool. I can't even believe that. Like, I don't even know what I was tripping off of. Like, why was I trying to take everybody's advice?
Well, you also don't know who a person is off one interaction.
That's true.
People don't take into consideration like feelings, like what being anxiety ridden can do to somebody in a public setting and those certain things, right? So someone could be super anxious and shit, and they try to mask it by being this macho fucking person or something in a public setting. And so that's the first interaction you have with them, and you're like, okay, this is not a person I fuck with. Then you in a, I don't want to say intimate, but you know, a smaller environment with them, and you able to have a one-on-one conversation, and you see once they put that guard down, once they willing to admit to their own insecurities, because we all have them, and you actually able to have that man-to-man conversation, you see, okay, this is someone I actually can rock with, you know?
Yeah, that is super true. I've noticed people, because a lot of people will, I guess, I want to say villainize. They'll immediately like have a person that's a villain of their story almost, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily the villain of everybody's story, or they should be, because sometimes it's just like these people bumped heads for a certain reason, and that's that. You know, and sometimes it's not more than that. It's just like one interaction that could occur, and that's what makes these people just not mess with each other anymore. It doesn't mean that has to apply to everybody, and everybody needs to stop associating with that type of person, but
we're all different Tetris pieces, you know? And so everything not going to fit. Me and you could connect on something that me and Ryan can't. Or something, you know? Like, we all are different personalities. And personalities require fits, you know? Like, someone has to be able to understand how you interpreting or how you're articulating shit, you know? And vice versa, you know? And if people aren't able to do that, then it's not a fit. Whereas with someone else, that can be a thing, you know? And so, or some people don't even want to go down that route, and they just assume about each other, and it's over. But yeah, it's just so many different dynamics that could play into that.
It is. I agree with that completely. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed this. This was a good one.
Yeah, for sure.
feel like we touched on some good topics. I mean, what would you say the takeaway is?
I feel like this is the takeaway every time. So let me think of something else.
What was you gonna say?
Just like be transparent and shit. But I feel like we always be saying that. No, I think a good one that we had brought up was just like valuing yourself, right?
That's
like,
what I was gonna say. I feel like we always do good at finding. Like, I feel like every time we're on the couches, everybody we all like have like a mutual agreement on like what it should be. And I was thinking that, and I was like, I wonder if he's gonna say it.
Yeah, because you know, like we was talking about like work appreciation. We had even came in. It was the title of this podcast. And we really pivoted off that and was like, bro, like kind of stop making excuses. Like you could find that value. Like you have to find that value in yourself first before feeling like anybody else owes that to you. You know?
Yeah.
Because nobody owes it to you. You have to come around to the fact that, you know, you are your reality. You know? And so if you're able to, I don't want to say prove it to other people, but you know, prove it to yourself that, hey, okay, this place ain't valuing me, this place ain't respecting me, or this dynamic isn't, I'm gonna go somewhere else that will. I'm gonna create my own, you know, fulfillment.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how you said that. It's not even about showing other people. I think it's more so you showing yourself, like you walking in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes we'll accept the value that's thrown at us, but I feel like when you walk in the value that you feel that you are, like, and then you start to elude that, like, oh, I'm not taking this. Like some people may think it's oh yeah, they being stuck up, but no, you just see your value.
Yeah.
I see what I can offer. I see what I can bring to the table. So I'm not taking anything less than for that, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting because always when we bring up the story of like the person who enters the room all macho and shit, it's always like at your core though, you're masking something, you know? Like even when you talk to UFC fighters and boxers and shit, they all have feelings, you know? And so many people put on this like macho man persona to like mask those things, as opposed to like when you walk in who you are, people are just going to respect that, you know? And I feel like so many people try to mask it because they have these insecurities that they're not sure are going to be accepted and shit. And I say all this to like bring it back to value in yourself. But if you're just who you are and you walk in your truth, the people that's going to fuck with you. And the ones who don't, you're not even going to notice because you're so confident and value yourself so much, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, to be honest. Because the crazy thing is I've seen people like that do that. Like when you just can tell that they're being authentically who they are.
Yeah.
And it's really like, it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but it has like this radiance to it, you know. It's kind of like, dang, like you can feel that.
Yeah,
you just like this is who you are. You ain't sugarcoating that for nobody. You ain't trying to be something that you're not. Like I can see that this is you, like all 100%. Not you have more of a respect factor for that.
Yeah, for
sure. Me personally, I do.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
yeah,
I respect that. It's like I can respect somebody who's being themselves. Like if you're not really like an outgoing person, you just chill. Be that.
I feel like the people that don't respect that are still the people who haven't found that value in themselves yet. Like, why are you judging? Who cares, bro? This person is confident and valuing themselves. I urge everybody to feel that.
Yeah.
And be authentically themselves and not worry about, you know, if the shoes they wearing, if everyone's gonna notice them and shit. You know, just be you, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Do what makes you comfortable. Wear what makes you comfortable. Fucking. Work in a field that makes you comfortable, you know? Yeah. And then within that comfortability, understand that the only way to grow is being uncomfortable. So,
yeah.
You know?
It's funny because you saying that, like, I just want to tell this quick story, but I have this thing about, like, holes in socks. I hate it. Yeah. I completely hate that junk. Like, when I see that, just like, I had to immediately, like, snap judgment of, like, people just from, like, holes in socks. I'm like, that's what you walking around like? And I hate it. Like, anytime I get a hole, I throw my socks away immediately. Like, I'm not going to sit in it. But there's one person who made this video, hole straight in their sock. Like, 3 toes just out. And I'm like, this is crazy.
The toe holes is crazy, though. Like, I could do a little heel, you know, a little heel hole. Yeah. But a toe hole is crazy.
Yeah. And, like, in my head, I'm just, like, judgment immediately. But as I'm going through the whole video, I'm like, you know what though, I gotta respect it because that's who they are, you know. Like to be that comfortable with yourself, to be like, hey, I got holes in my socks, like I ain't trying to hide that junk. I was like, I gotta respect that, Jake. I can't really say that.
Nah, it's the same. People kind of be judging when you have the dogs out, you know, like full no socks.
Feet
but some people, hey, bro, I'll do it, bro. Like I like having my feet out sometimes. It's just like, you know, I don't have no shame in my feet. But yeah, nah. I think that's the best way to put it, though, man. Just making sure you value yourself and see how the world sort of radiates around you, as opposed to like trying to prove yourself so much and keep falling short and feel like you owed shit.
Yeah.
And sort of feel like the depressive stages of that, you know, like just value yourself, you know, like life is valuable, man. You know, like if you look at on the scale of the probability of you being born and shit, it's a crazy number. And I think if more people, you know, actually created their perceptions around that, and that you actually already hit the lottery by being born, you would have a lot more, you know, appreciation for where you're at currently.
Yeah. Stop trying to fit in pieces you don't belong.
For sure.
I feel it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys tapping in with us, checking in, all that good stuff. We appreciate you guys for joining in on this episode, you know. If you guys can comment on one of the other videos besides the birthday video, we would appreciate it. Even if you showing, you know, some hate, I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, but just show some love to some of the other videos. Like we want to see more of y'all comments and opinions on those, opposed to arguing with trying to argue with Trey about the birthday comment. But yeah, other than that, we appreciate the love and support as always, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.